Hey, you. Yeah, you. You woke me up at 6 o'clock on a public holiday. Hey, you absolute sadist.
Good morning, everyone. Well, it's Easter Saturday here in Australia. Sky's blue, 7:15 in the morning, and I have my morning coffee. When I have my morning coffee, the thing I like to do is just come out here and just have a quick look at the garden, particularly putting eyeballs on all the orchids. So I thought I'd take you along today. And down here we've got Maggie Lee, lovely little cymbidium. You can see where I got her. All of those leaves were cut. I didn't do that. Someone else did that. Since I got her, which would have been about this time last year, she has, no, actually, would have been a little bit earlier than this time last year. She's grown 2 new fans. I think they're doing relatively nicely. And over here, we've got a couple, well, we've got a dendrobium. That's a hybrid down there. She got singed leaves because of our summer. She was around the corner in a spot where she got a little bit pushed. Oh, one of my newest. A crucifix orchid down here. Settling in. And I like to look at the garden. Stand out here and take a little moment. I happen to have a little resident that has decided to move in and keeps making a beautiful web. Don't think the camera's going to be able to pick that up, but she's a beautiful orb spider. And yeah, she's living in my ripsalis. That's fine. She can, or he, shouldn't gender, can live there. Now we're going to have a quick look at Leukinianum. This is a hybrid. This thing grows like a weed at the moment. Well, has grown. Put on about 6, 7 new stalks in the last 7 months, I reckon. It's against the fence, so it gets a lot of spiders, which again are good. It's a beautiful new growth right there. See that? Oh, the trains have woken up too. But we're going to continue on. Go have a look at this table over here. I always like to say hello to my tree. Hello, tree. My snowfazam tree. Got my little acorns that are growing. And here is the bonsai table. Well, it wasn't a bonsai table until I ended up with a few bonsais on it. And that happened when I went to the Melbourne International Flower and Garden Show last week. I decided to dip my toe. I actually bought this for my partner, this one. Look at the lovely root system on that down there. And he used to be into bonsai years ago, and he had to give it up. So I've been encouraging him to get back into plants properly. So I thought, well, I'll get 1 or 2 or 3, and we'll see how we go. I also bought a gorgeous set of Japanese bonsai cutting tools as well. But yeah, this one I also got because obviously this and this are the same plant. But I thought, well, if I stuff one up, then I have another one. I don't think I'll stuff it up, but I got another one. Okay, and we'll continue on our little journey of just observing the plants in the garden. We're headed over to the orchid corner over on the east side. Good morning, everyone. How are you? I'm waiting for this guy to do his final growths and his apex leaves before he starts to go into dormancy, in which case I'll start reducing the water back. I've already started to reduce the feed back a little bit. Looks like they're almost there. I think that could be a terminal leaf. Yeah, some nice fat canes that have grown this season. I've got my Sarcochilus aquialius on the mount. She's doing well. Give me a reasonable amount of new growth since she's been with me. I've got a couple of my newer cymbidiums, my mini cymbidium, and we're just not going to talk about that one. My recently repotted zygopedilum. There will be a repot video coming out about that I did. It took all afternoon, a great big tarp, and a trip to Bunnings. So stay tuned for that. And of course, my beautiful speciosum specimen. That one's not looking crush hot. It was my fault. Of course, it's my fault. It did have some fungal spotting when I got it, but it wasn't this bad, and I didn't treat it. So she's been treated now a couple of times, so I don't expect her to continue spreading this spotting, but it's a bit of a shame I left it that long, really. That was naughty of me. I just didn't get to it. So, but while she hasn't grown any new stalks since I've been here, she certainly has grown a whole bunch of new roots, which is good. But everybody looks pretty good. Got another couple little ones back here that I tend to keep in there. The ones down here, they stay a bit protected by the bigger guys. And over here we've got some Sarcochilus and some Scoria. Now, for those who watch the repot video will notice that there's a reduced number of Sarcochilus in that pot, and that would be correct. I'm not talking about that either. Not exactly sure what this plant is. It didn't come with a tag, but because it was big, bold, and had straps of pink on it like this, I decided that she was going to be for me. And she's putting on 2 new growths. I'm pretty sure she's a cymbidium. And she's just maturing a couple of the other pseudobulbs as well. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. And we will move along. We've got my beautiful Monstera deliciosa cuttings that are now growing of their own. I took this off what had to be a 50-year-old plant, I swear. Lots of cuttings that are now tied up. And my sad little Masdevallia collection, which has not really done as well as it should have, but it's just come through one of our harsh Australian summers. So hopefully, now that the weather is cooling down, we'll do a lot better. And if anyone's wondering, oh, what happened to the dendrochilum that you just unboxed in your short? Well, there she is. Isn't she lovely? There you go. Beautiful pendulum. I'll enjoy those as long as they last. Yes, she is duct taped to plastic, which is duct taped to the window, which is covering this area. That has to do with why there is plastic there too. There is plastic there because I have cats. And the last thing I need is for them to be jumping out over these fences. And just as a note, take a look at this lovely little stag that I picked up not too long ago. Silver fern stag. How beautiful is she? I'd never seen a stag like this before. Not with that colouring. She probably needs another half a banana. So we might do that today. But yeah, so every morning I'd just like to come out here with my morning coffee and just admire the plants. You know, say hello to them, say thank you to them, look at them, observe them, see what's new, see what's changing. We won't talk about what's changing up here. Probably stayed wet too long. You know, what's changed on here? Well, we've been monitoring all of these new white canes. Canes that have got this white covering. There's 4 of them. Keeping an eye on those. Because inside each of those canes. Oh, can I get the camera to focus? Let's see. It's struggling. Look at that growth. Yep, she's due to be repotted. I completely agree. Yeah. I'd like to go for a short walk around this area where I keep my orchids and the plants outside. And just say good morning to them all. Thank them for being with me. And seeing if there's anything I really need to do for them. So that's it today, guys. Just a short one. Have a wonderful Easter, whatever you choose to do. And I'll see you in the next one.